Greetings, comrades, and hello, everyone. I'm MaverickD866, also known as MaverickD866. This is a video about sounds awfully familiar. Oh no! Ooh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Let me pour myself a drink, guys. There we go. Oh boy, man! We're gonna be reviewing this game! This should be fun, right? In case you couldn't tell from my fake shot glass and my drunk self, I'm gonna be reviewing this game, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Oh boy, where do I even start? Well, I owned this game as a kid, and I found it decent, so I decided to come back to it after a while, and oh my god! Can we please shut off the music for a second? Thank you. Oh god, that music. I mean, some tracks are okay, but others are practically just... Oh, my ears. Oh boy, I'm gonna need to go way more if I ever want to get that out of my mind for good. There we go. Okay, what was I talking about again? I mean, seriously, Sega, did you think you could sell a game that looks like this? When I first got this game, I was excited, and my brother and sister kind of just left it in the library shelf of games. I came across it one day, and I was all like, ooh, this looks like a neat little game made by the same people who made Sonic the Hedgehog. And then, when I started playing it, I was okay with it, but now looking back on it after 100% completing it, oh boy! It's an abomination! Now, I want you to imagine someone playing this game 100% and then a blackout happens. I need to pour some more in this, Belle, right? Pal Bell, I can't even talk when I'm drunk. So yes, that happened to me. On my way to 100% and completing the game, I one time got past the Sand Palace, Pyramid Place, the Desert Temple, whatever people want to call it. I got to the final boss, and finally, after getting to the second phase and 2 hits before winning, a blackout. Now, it doesn't sound too bad if I had only, had a save before that mission, or the checkpoint, or, something like that. Nope! I had to go all the way back to Sand Palace because I forgot to save! And that is a big problem when there was no warning of the blackout, man! God, I need to fill this up more. Unscrew this stupid cap. Oh god. Oh god, I need to stop. I need to stop. Well, let's cover the plot already, shall we? Oh boy, what a hangover. Okay. I took off my hat because I don't need to drink anymore. I needed to get that off my chest. Okay. So, simple story. The world is peaceful and, harmonious, whatever, until the evil Dark Raven and his army of evil crows assault the peaceful chicken inhabitants. Meanwhile, Billy Hatcher, starting to see a connection, okay, races out to see his friends until he realizes he overslept. Upon arrival, Bontum, the biggest one of the friends, shows him a pocket watch saying, basically, you screwed up, you're late. And then, his other friends, Chick, the youngest, I think, he's at least the smallest, and Roll. Are we stealing Mega Man's ideas now? Okay, you know what? A girl named Roll. Why does it sound like a chicken version of Mega Man's sister? Okay, you know what? I'm going off track. Prepare to hold the phone. I'm taking out drawing mode. Changing the color so this is going to be definitely noticeable. They prepare to dish out a consequence on Billy. What kind of friends are these? Like, seriously now? Really? Prepare to dish out a consequence on Billy? Ditch these suckers if they're trying to punish you, Billy. Nope. I need to stop. I don't want to have a drinking problem. I don't want to have that. Okay. Whew. So Billy finally gets to Morningland after, for some reason, transporting from a chicken. Okay, magical chickens. He ends up in a forest, and basically this starts the game. He gets a chicken suit. Hooray! And he has to prove his courage in order to stop the evil Dark Raven. Proving your courage in a chicken suit. Huh. Ironic, is it not? So far, we've established one thing. Billy Hatcher has an overly simplistic plot, which I'm fine with. I'd rather have a simple plot than some complicated bullcrap that I can't even follow in games like Dark Souls or whatever. I mean, the story there I kind of get now, but it took me eons to figure out what was going on. Anyways, I guess I shouldn't expect that complicated of a plot for a story about crows and chickens, but I would have liked a little more to it. Anyways, so Dark Raven wants to hatch this giant egg to grant his wish. Hooray! And you're actually trying to stop him as Billy Hatcher in the chicken suit. Okay, too simple, but I'll give it props for trying to be engaging for a young mind. But how about the game? Well, if you want my honest opinions, guys, Some Call Me Johnny practically summed up this game for me. Almost exactly what I want to say, missing a couple things. He said the game can be too easy. That I agree with. But the game, at some points, can be too hard. But that's not really the biggest problem. What is the bigger problem is that the game takes forever! Like, there's so many times when trying to jump, I'd fall off and have to wait for the egg to respawn or go get another because, for the love of God, this game is flawed. Really flawed. So, let me show you a bit of the gameplay to give you an idea. Shown you so far, the game looks okay. It looks like a decent platformer like Mario Sunshine, but made by Sega and not a Sonic game. But you're never gonna be able to see how flawed this game is unless you play it like I did. I'm not letting my biased opinions because of a blackout ruin a game for me, but I am letting the fact that this game is just not good. It's not great. It's just kind of meh. Like, the game can be okay, can be passable, just not outstanding. But, I will say this though. This game, if you want to do what I did and beat it 100%, is long. Like, really long. Like, really freaking long. I mean, even beating the game regularly took me a while. When I had 100% it, oh boy. Play the music! You know what? Never mind. Play something else. Please, I cannot stand it anymore. Again, some tracks like that can be okay, but the other tracks, like I demonstrated earlier in this video, are irritating. Oh boy. And the game itself does not make up for this, because the game is nothing special. Like, yes, rolling around eggs is a decent concept, but if you don't have eggs, this game is a big problem. Not only because Billy can't even attack enemies without having a giant egg to roll around, but if you do find an egg, the controls feel like you're on the ice physics of Crash Bandicoot 2: The Wrath of Cortex. That is no exaggeration, because I legit have missed so many platforms, and this is best demonstrated in the stupid pyramid level, the desert, temple, the pyramid, whatever. In those levels specifically, there was so many times where I'd fall into quicksand, insta-killing me. This is why this game is a big problem. The enemies are a joke. The bosses can range from decent to too easy to flat out too hard. How about the levels? They all suck. I'm not even joking, like there was only a couple levels that had some okay ideas, but they were botched by the other missions. Each world has at least 8 missions, which a couple of them are optional if you want to play as the other characters, Bantam, Rolly, and Chick. And here's a gimmick of the game. They get chicken suits too, so why does Billy need to be the one to do everything? Here's the point. You can't unlock them until you beat a certain mission where they are bound and gagged next to a bomb. Well, at least Roll isn't the only one now. And I take that back. A couple levels I personally hated was the second pirate level where you had to use the cannon. If you were 1 pixel off, you'd go launching off the stage. Good God. And it's not like you can skip that one too, because you need to at least beat the first 2 missions of every world to go to the next world. Another level I didn't like was the first Dino Mountain, or I think it was the Dinosaur Volcano stage. We had to destroy 3 of these like skull things that like were like lava falls, I don't know, but it was tedious because you had to keep getting these ice seal things to use the freeze ability. They're the partners of this game, and they allow you when hitting a certain button, I don't remember if it was X or Y or L or R, but they basically allow you to use like a ranged attack that doesn't require an egg, but with limited uses. It requires a ton of backtracking, a ton of switch pressing, and there's this one segment with a rail where you have to like go across a rail while rolling on an egg that I swear to the Lord never works. Another level I hated was the level before the seal boss fight, or the walrus, the boss of the Blizzard Castle. And if you thought the ice physics were bad enough with rolling eggs, add in actual ice physics and you get 1 concoction for Rage Quit Syndrome. Oh boy, it's not as bad as it looks, but like in the Dinosaur Volcano, you have to destroy 3 skulls. This time you have to destroy 3 freaking fans. And just like the skull, waterfall things, lava fall, I cannot talk right. They need an animal buddy that requires a ton of backtracking, getting an egg to hatch the animal buddy, and then using it, and then finally, you gotta go back and do it for all 3 of them. Then you have to find the boss, and the boss itself is completely annoying because if you don't have an egg, you can't dodge the boss's rolling attack. I mean, that's not to say you shouldn't get an egg, but if the boss destroys the egg and you need to find another one, get to an egg ASAP, because you cannot move fast enough to dodge his stupid rolling blizzard attack if you don't have the R button's dash while using an egg. Just saying. Last but not least was the first carnival level, where you have to unlock the mayor from a golden egg. And the camera blindsides me so much. If the egg with the mayor or the golden egg gets shattered at like any point, you have to redo it from the last checkpoint. And this mission has some enemies that are a nuisance to even hit! Because if that egg takes you teeniest crack, you gotta do the entire checkpoint over again. Unlike other eggs, we can let them crack a little bit. This one, you have no room for error. Anyways, last but not least, we have the entirety of the pyramid levels, the desert levels, stand, temple, whatever. Those all suck. And the boss, it sucks too. It's a boss rush with a bunch of dark clones of other bosses, while you hit this other dark raven guy that is like a sorcerer or something. He's a summoner, basically. Like the right-hand man of Dark Raven himself. They just call him, I think, the Raven Sorcerer or Summoner. I don't remember exactly his name, but that level sucked too, and all the other levels in the desert, I'm gonna think about it. And last but not least, the Giant Palace final boss against Dark Raven himself. Not only did I get the blackout, which freaking ruined my 100% run and part of my childhood, but when I came back, I had forgotten to save after beating the desert levels, meaning I had to do all the desert levels again just to get back to another chance at Dark Raven because I forgot to save. God dingus me. And what else about the game am I missing? This game, as a kid, was pretty darn cool to me, but now looking under the critical microscope, things have gone in the other direction. Not only because I could not get past the first carnival level as a kid, but that meant I could not complete the rest of the game. Well, that was until I came back to it years later and after realizing my save data was gone because my brother had the other memory card, I had to start the whole game over again, and I probably would have either way if I wanted to review this game. And I beat it 100%. Good God, it was not fun. And that's what I want out of a game, is I want to have fun. Making a game too easy or too hard can lead to some interesting concepts, but that can only keep a game interesting for so long. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, all in all, is a very forgettable and flawed game. And since this is the only game Billy has gotten, I gotta say, I'm glad they decided not to continue his series. I mean, yes, he does appear in Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing for those who want to play as him in a car game. Honestly, that's fine. But for those who want to play Billy Hatcher's series, I gotta implore you, just find something else. Like, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg is fine if you're a young kid who wants to just get into the platforming genre with a few rages every now and then. But this game, if you don't have time to play it, like me, because I'm in college, don't even bother, because some stages took me a total of 7 minutes for one mission. And there's 8 missions in each world, so good luck! Anyways, that is me with Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. That is my experience. This concludes this review. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to fry some giant eggs. Unless you want them scrambled.